Hello, welcome to Greek Verse a Day. Today we're translating Revelation 3:2. As always, you should be working from your Reader's Edition and looking to the screen for grammar and translation help. Let's go ahead and start with a slow reading before moving to a faster reading and giving you a chance to do translation on your own. We have Genu, Gregarion, Kai Sterison, Ta Loipa, Ha Emelon, Apathanen, U Gar Hureka, Su, Ta Erga, Pe Pleromena, Enopion, Tu Theu Mu. Once more, a little bit faster. Gnu, Gregaron, Kai Sterison, Ta Loipa, Ha Emelon, Apathanen. U gar hureka su ta erga, pe pleromena enopion tu theu mu. So at this point, go ahead and pause the video, look to your Reader's Edition of the Greek New Testament, and see what you can make of this verse. So right away, we get one of our main verbs in the sentence. So we're going to have a couple of those here. Both of these are going to be imperatives. So actually, let's underline them twice. As imperatives, they are going to be commands. Remember, the imperative mood is the mood of command. This one here is going to be a present middle, specifically deponent imperative, second person singular from genomai. So to be or become. So be or become Gregorion, and this is going to be an nominative. So this is what's called a predicate nominative. This verb, genomai, really likes to take a nominative with it, to take a predicate nominative with it. And that's what's going on here. We have this in the nominative. You have a parsing note for this. It's a present active participle nominative masculine singular. So remember, Jesus is telling John to address the angel over the church at Sardis. So it's one individual, and that's why we have the nominative masculine singular here. So you singular become a watcher, namely instructing the church at Sardis to become a watcher. I'm going to double check your gloss or your definition down here in the Reader's Edition. So to see what we get for this verse, for this word, to be awake for gregoreo, so to be awake or to be watchful, having one's eyes open is the idea here. So become awake or become watchful. Kai sterison, and once again you have a parsing note for this one, and once again you have an imperative mood verb. In this case, it's actually going to be an aorist imperative. So an aorist active imperative, second person singular, which it's from sterizo, which is the verb that means to strengthen. So strengthen, and then what is strengthened is going to be all of this right here. This is going to be the object of the imperative right here. So this ta loipa is going to be a neuter accusative plural, and we expect the accusative because we're looking for an object here. So the rest, and then ha, another neuter accusative plural, in this case a relative pronoun. Notice that rough breathing mark with the accent, rough relative, rough relative. So the rest, who. And so all of this right here, we can sort of bracket out as its own phrase or its own literary or grammatical unit. Who, Amelon, this is going to be, and I don't believe you get a parsing note for this one. You do not. You might have figured it out on your own. This is going to be an imperfect. Notice the augment at the beginning of the verb here. When you see an augment, we're normally going to expect either imperfect or aorist. In this case, we have an imperfect active indicative third person plural from mello. Mello means I am about to. So and this third person plural actually looks exactly the same as the first person singular. So if this was I was about to, or I was going to, or if they were going to, it would look exactly the same in the first person singular or the third person plural. And really in English, I think we like to smooth this over and make it into more of a present sense thing. So remember, the imperfect tense is actually a past tense verb with ongoing action. In the Greek 1 class, we depict it with this sort of squiggly line with 2 points. The action happened in the past, it was completed in the past, but it was ongoing. It wasn't simple and viewed as a whole, which is the aorist tense. So this would be was going to, and then melo, this verb really requires something after it, a complementary infinitive to finish the idea, who were about to die. But this doesn't really make sense in English as a past tense thing. So the rest, who are about to die. So we sort of put it into the present tense in English. And moving on to our next part of the sentence, you can see there's a comma. You can't see, I should say, that there's a comma here because my mark has gone over it. But to move us to the next unit here, the comma separates that out. U is going to be our negative particle, meaning no or not. For not, Eureka, I have found. So here we have, let's see, do you get a parsing note for this? You do. A perfect active indicative. First person singular. So I have found, and then what is found is really all of this. If we were to get really technical, sort of the core of it is ta erga, for I have not found the works, and namely your works. Su here is the genitive personal pronoun showing possession. Your works, pe pleromena, fulfilled. So this is going to be a perfect middle or passive participle. It's going to match ta erga in case, gender, and number because it's modifying it. And so it's going to be a neuter accusative plural from plerao, which means to fill, or in this case maybe something like to be perfected or to be completed. So I've not found your works completed enopion to theumu. So all of this is going to be a prepositional phrase. Enopion is a preposition, which means before my God. Again, the genitive showing possession there, the genitive personal pronoun, in this case in the first person singular. So, for I have not found your works completed before my God. So to put this all back together, let's go to the beginning, and we have become a watcher and strengthen the remainder or the rest, everyone else who are about to die. For I have not found your works completed before my God.